You've been all around, man.
Yeah, I grew up in Minneapolis. As a little kid, I can remember listening. I'm old now. I'm almost 40. I can remember listening to, Afternoon Delight and all the great stuff on AM radio, and I just found a love for music. And now I did radio 15 years, so I got to play music and be around music and meet some cool musicians. POD, you name the bands. Everclear was one of my first interviews when I first got in radio, like 14, 15 years ago. And I actually saw Art again. And I was like, dude, you were the nicest guy to me. You were like my first interview, and I was scared shitless. I can say shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was scared shitless. He's like, dude, I remember that. I remember it. We were outside. He did the whole thing, ran it back to me. I was like, dude, I just want to say, I shook his hand, and he's still fighting a good fight, man. Music will never die. It's one of the constants of the cosmos and the universe. I truly believe that. That's why I love it. Whether it's classical jazz hands, happy hands country, rock and roll is my heart, though.
Slow hand, cool hand, Luke.
Right?
The whole 9 yards.
Right. Listen, I can eat some hard-boiled eggs.
As long as we don't have a failure to communicate, we're all right.
Right.
Hey, listen, Cabby, let me ask you. Now, that was an Edge format down where you actually interviewed Art, was it not?
Yeah, actually it was 93.7 The Edge in Minneapolis, and it's kind of funny like how stuff comes full circle. I'm out of radio now. I'm hanging out at an Edge Fest again, and we used to have Edge Fest we actually do ours in Wisconsin, right across the river, because there was this huge outdoor venue, and it was like this. You'd have thousands of people hanging out all day. 20 bands, 2 different stages, and you just can't get any better than that, man. It's like a summer thing, the festival. The Europeans do it pretty good too.
Absolutely, especially they get 4 weeks off a year. Let me ask you one question. Yeah. First time to Albany?
Actually, no. My girlfriend's a mortician, so she had to take her state board exam up here in Albany, and I parked and slept in a car for like 5 hours outside that. What's that? So you guys got a spaceship in town there? Yeah. I sat outside there while she went in some government building and did her thing. And now she's a mortician, so Albany's dear to my heart.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. Yes. First time rocking in Albany?
Definitely the first time rocking in Albany. I'll be back. POD put on a good show. Filter, man. What can you say about Filter? God bless Richard Patrick. Listen, if he wouldn't have had those troubles he had, they lost about 7 good years, man. They'd probably be one of the biggest rock bands going right now, but they're still good. They're still consistent. They're solid. And they put on live shows like nobody else, man. I mean, the guy's dancing around like, I wish I was that skinny, right?
I tell you, I wish I was that tall. How's that?
Yeah. I wish I was that short. I wouldn't be so, maybe I'd be more fat. Yeah. Right?